Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who Season 1, Episodes 9 and 10, which is The Empty Child and The Doctor Dances. Since this is a two-parter, I thought it'd be easier to make the video just one video, because, I've already seen it. I don't want to be like, what's going to happen. So I thought this is probably the best episode of the season. I don't think it's a coincidence that it was written by Stephen Moffat, because I think he's probably the most skilled writer of the series. Though Russell T Davies is arguably a better showrunner. I know those are two different things between like writing it and producing it. I mean, they're both very talented at both of what they do. So it's kind of hard to pick. But Stephen Moffat, he did a great first episode, two-parter. I'm gonna count it as one. It's set in the 1940s London during the Blitz. So apparently back in the 40s, the Germans would like bomb London every night. Seems kind of rough. So they had to like hide in these bunkers and stuff. And I think they capture the atmosphere very well. It's a very tense atmosphere. Everybody thinks it's like the end of the world, which I like that. I like how like we get to see inside of the minds of people who lived back then. That's what I like about historical Doctor Who stories is, like nobody alive today experienced that. I mean, some people did, but most of them are dead now. Maybe like the little kids are still alive. Pretty sure Tom Baker lived during that era. So I wonder what he thought of this story if he saw it. I don't know. Going off topic. Anyway, they were able to capsule the time period very well with like the German ships, the clothes, the music, like when the Doctor is in the jazz single. It was just all captured in a very authentic way, I think. And I think the special effects. Now, I know I've kind of nagged on some of the special effects for Series 1, but I feel like this episode got it the most right. I don't know, it just wasn't distracting like some of the episodes are, Slovene looking at you. But this episode was very. I don't know, they made it work. And maybe it's just that I didn't care about it because the story was so good. Like, this, I don't know, it's probably the most concise, like, just well written episodes of the entire series, not just series one. It's definitely Eccleston's best. I don't know if it's his best performance, because, like I said, in my opinion, his best performance would probably be in Dalek. And I'd say Billy Piper's best performance was in Father's Day, but they still are very good in this episode. This episode also sees the introduction of Captain Jack Harkness, a character I'm not fond of, even before the whole John Barrowman flashing his penis in front of his co-workers thing came out. Even before that, I wasn't a huge fan of his character. Even separating the actor from the character, which is sometimes hard to do, but it depends. I never liked him because I thought he was too promiscuous. He was a little bit of a slut, you know. I just think like for Doctor Who's first main character, well, the first LGBT character, to make him so slutty and promiscuous, I don't know. It kind of sends a bad vibe. And I know this wasn't intentional, because Russell T Davies himself is gay, so it just sends a bad vibe. I don't know. I think Bill was way better written in terms of that. Even the lizard lady, forgot her name, doesn't matter. But he's he's okay in this. I like how they try to characterize him as kind of like a Doctor Light, like a he's kind of like the Doctor except a little bit more violent, which is good because it sets up his character for Torchwood, a show I never watched and a show I don't want to watch because I don't like Captain Jack. But his introduction is nice. I like the scene with him and Rose dancing to that music on the clock tower, Big Ben, whatever it's called. I don't live in England. That was a cool scene, and like the music that was playing. But I think Rose is kind of like, I don't know. I think she's just a bad girlfriend to Mickey, cause first she flirts with Adam, then she flirts with Jack, and the next season she flirts with Tennant. So I feel like she should have just broke things off with Mickey a long time ago because nobody's really winning in this scenario. But of course, this gets referenced in Boomtown, which I'll be talking about in the next video. But back to the episode itself, I think the villains were amazing. Like, so creepy. As a little kid watching it, I was creeped out. As an 18-year-old now, I'm still creeped out. Great villains. Like, the gas masks, Are You My Mummy? All of it is brilliant. I don't know. I just love how it's it's kind of uneasy how he was like his voice was in the tallest phone, all the boom box, all this other stuff that like shouldn't be possible but is. It's just creepy and unnerving, and I like the scene where like the old guy, the old war doctor, not the world, you know what I mean, is like turning into a gas mask and you see it come out of his mouth. Like the effects are a bit cheesy, but you don't care because it's a great story. That's something I've always said about Doctor Who. You don't have to have the best effects. God knows the Tom Baker era or the Poultry era or any of those eras doesn't have good effects. Like when you look at like the Loch Ness monster from the Terror of the Zygons, your first thought isn't, "Wow, that looks awesome." Your first thought is, "That's cheesy as fuck," but it's a good story, so I don't care. And that's kind of the feeling I get from these episodes. It's just very well written. I like the girl. I forgot her name. I think it's Mary or something. And how she turns out to be the little boy's mummy. She lied about it. She said it was her brother, and it was a good twist. It's a really like emotional core of the episode. I also like the scene where she's talking with Rose and she thinks like it's the end of the world, and Rose is like, "No, no, you guys win. The British win." And it just makes her very happy. Like that's a sweet scene because I'm sure like a lot of people back in the 40s thought that was the end of the world, and to find out that no, no, it's not oval. It's far from being oval. William Hartnell reference. I don't know. It just made her really happy, and it's a nice character arc she goes through, and I love the Doctor. I love Eccleston's portrayal of the Doctor, like I've said many times, and I love the scene where he finds out like the boy is safe, everybody's safe, the gas masks are gone. It's a very sweet scene when he holds up the child and he says, "Everybody lives." It's just a great scene, like, because this Doctor has been through a lot. He thought that just in his previous life, he thought that he blew up Gallifrey and killed like billions of people. So to now, like, in a situation where he just assumed everybody was gonna die, to find out that everybody lives is just such a sweet moment for him, and I could definitely see why he's excited. Any of the Doctors would be excited, but especially this one, because he's lived through so much in such a recent amount of time. To like just get that simple satisfaction of winning is a great episode. Like you don't really see the Doctor that happy. He's a very happy person, but you don't see him as enthusiastically you know just happy. Like it's a great scene. Eccleston nails that performance. It's kind of funny because he hated being there. The actor hated being on the show because of conflicts with producers, which I could understand working in a toxic environment. I definitely get it. But it's funny, like seeing him play such a positive character and putting his all into it, even when the environment isn't good. I'd say that's very respectful for an actor. So props to him. Props to the rest of the cast. Props to Stephen Moffat. Props to the guy who directed it. I don't know his name, but he did a really good job. So yeah, the Stephen Moffat guy has some good ideas. I wonder if he'll, write some more good episodes in the future. Who knows? Uh, okay, that's the end of the video. Bye.